The following is a presentation of the Hello Chicago Network.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I am Ryan Yanishadis, and it is time to focus. And today we're focusing on what is new in season 2. First thing is that intro, bringing back the retro. I even got emotional because that song just brings me up so much. It gets me so pumped for a show. I'm glad to bring it back. There's going to be more explanation about that in just a minute, but first, that was the first thing, bringing back some highlights of what's some of the best moments of the first season of Hello Chicago Network and what for each team. But now also like to thank, we're now streaming on Raise the Bar TV, so you don't have to go to the YouTube channel, but I own it now. I'm the owner of the of Raise the Bar TV after what a summer. I hope everyone had a great summer as well. But I own it after Brandon and Anthony tried taking it from me. Own this, took it over. I was AWOL for 2.5 months of my summer, just trying to get everything back. Now I have it back, but guess what? We're going to stream Hello Chicago Network on Raise the Bar TV. So thank you very much for you guys tuning in there. But please go subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. I put a lot of work and effort into that. I hope you guys will appreciate everything we do. So now that's the one thing. First thing that's going to stay the same for Hello Chicago Network. It's after today. Every episode is going to air to honor Chicago. It's going to still continue to be 312 Central Time, 312, the area code of Chicago, the most famous one. Every episode going to continue to air at 312 Central. So we got some stuff that's going to be a little different. If you're old school with Hello Chicago, don't forget we had 300 episodes before that first season of Hello Chicago Network. So a lot of the stuff may look familiar to you. So this is what's going to be new. So let's pop that up right now and show you exactly what's going on here. What's new in season 2? We're going from about 5-minute episodes, because I know we were draining your feed, or I was blowing up your feed every day with a new episode. We're going back old school. We're going to do 2 roughly 10-minute episodes every Monday and Friday. So you're going to begin your week with me and end your week with me. And with football season, that works so well, and also gives us a week to be able to process everything that happens in Major League Baseball, the NHL, the NBA, so all that stuff. So yes, we are going back to 2 10-minute shows. So Friday will be our next episode, 312 Central Time. And this is the thing that I think really bugged me the most, because our slogan for Hello Chicago Network is the focus of Chicago sports. But it just seems like at times after the playoffs are going on, and don't forget there is a Hello Chicago Network curse. There has not been a playoff team since we've been doing this, since the launch in April of 2021. And hopefully that's about to change with the Chicago Cubs. They're kind of backing in the playoffs, but again, we can start something new. But anyway, the focus will be on Chicago sports only, which means we're not going to go in depth about the MLB playoffs if the Cubs and White Sox aren't in it. We're not going to go in depth about the Super Bowl if the Bears aren't in it. And I know, don't even get me started. They've only been in one in my lifetime. And the finals and all that, we're not covered. We are here to cover Chicago sports, and that's exactly what we're going to do. If they're as deep as they go into the playoffs, that is when we'll go in depth with them. But if these teams aren't making the playoffs, then we're not talking about. We're here to talk about Chicago sports, not national sports. And people are probably, and then you might wonder, well, you got to bring up like the Super Bowl. You got to bring up this stuff. It's your sports, the championships. We want to know. And it'll be called Orion Focus. It's going to be kind of like, if you remember back in the day, I used to have Samson, which was really me. We're just going to have me. It's going to be called Orion Focus. And we're going to have different stuff because there's going to be 3 segments with 2 breaks. We're going to continue to do the Hello Chicago Rewinds. We're going to look back at the past episode with the best moment, and we're going to take a look at that. So if you missed the last episode, I'm going to put a snippet of that last episode after segment 1. Then after segment 2, we're going to that's usually where we did stretch time or wherever the name, like lunchtime, snack time. This is gonna be called the Ryan Focus, where I'm going to talk about maybe something outside of the Chicago theme. And that's going to be possibly that could be anything from talking about Chicago sports, but also I could be talking about the playoffs that are going, give you updates on the Major League Baseball playoffs. Those will be the first ones. Also, could be Ryan's rants. Those will be added in there. I'm just started working third shift over the summer, so I'm trying to get accustomed to that. So I have to, after these games, a lot of people get to go to bed. I'm like, the Cubs are my life, and they've controlled basically my mood. So I have to go work under these conditions. So sometimes I've just grabbed my phone, record what I say. Third shift thoughts is another one we're going to do. Like I said, Ryan's rant. We're going to talk about my personal life sometimes. So it's going to be a little bit of everything. Who knows what's going to happen? But the first one of that will be launching on Friday. It'll be a personal one about what's going on in my life and what my goals are. So that's that. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, season 2. It premieres today, but we start finally talking sports again on Friday. But so yeah, that's awesome. Also, one other thing that's going to be happening is we did one last year, or we did one in what was it, June? And we're going to be doing another. We're going to be doing them once a month now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing Fan Focus Live every month. And I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be doing where we're going to have a live watch along. And the first one is going to be Friday, September 26th, Cubs Cardinals. So it's going to be a 1:20 start. We're going to be live here on the Hello Chicago Network and Raise the Bar TV. We're going to just watch the game not even a week before the playoffs start. We're going to cover the last Friday 1:20 game right here. And then we're going to do one a month, from September on. So looking forward to that. So the first one's going to take a little bit to get here, but it'll be the final weekend of the season, the final 1:20 game, Friday 1:20 game, and we'll have it here. Cubs Cardinals will go on the air at 1:15, and hopefully the Cubs should have a playoff spot locked up by then. We'll see what happens. But again, so Fan Focus Live returns on Friday, September 26th, 1:15 Central. Should be fun, should be exciting, and another rivalry. The last time we did one of these, I had fun doing it. Fortunately, the Cubs lost to the Brewers. Hopefully things are a little different against the Oh, there we go. Live streaming on Raise the Bar TV. So we're going to be doing it every Monday and Friday, 3:12 Central. Let's preview Friday's show. We're going to have summer reflection for the Cubs and the White Sox. So my thoughts on everything, the stuff that's happened since I left you, which I believe the Fan Focus Live was one of the last episodes I've done as well. And that will count as the Friday episode. And then that'll be that Friday episode, or no, that won't, but then we'll have the best sights and sounds. If you can't watch, that'll be that Friday episode. But we're going to have summer reflection for Cubs and White Sox. Some of the stuff I took out of that. We're going to recap Game 1 of the Northwestern Wildcats. Game 1 was this past Saturday. Game 2 coming up Friday night, actually, at their new pop-up stadium. So that's all that. And then we're going to predict the Bears 2025 schedule. Win-loss. Should be fun. So that is all coming up on Friday. We talk sports, and then Monday, next Monday, we'll be more up to date with the sports, recapping the weekend, and we'll be back on track. So we're easing our way into this, and we're talking sports. But I'm glad you could join us over it. To please like if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Raise the Bar TV, give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Every Monday and Friday, 3:12 Central, we are focusing on Chicago sports. I'm Ryan Yanashadis from the Hello Chicago Network, and we're the focus of Chicago sports.